guys, welcome and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Elaina. Привет! I'm your Russian American makeup and beauty addict. I usually do reviews and tutorials of affordable makeup, but in today's video, we're doing a comparison of expensive versus affordable, and this is Abh Norvina Volume 5 versus Morphe 39S palette, which is huge and looks like this. So they're all purple, they're all shimmery, they even have the same color glitter. So we're going to be comparing them and doing this eye look. Each eye is different palette. So if you guys are interested, then keep on watching. Don't forget to subscribe and ring notification bell so you get notified of all new videos upload 3 times a week on Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays, and also go live every Monday. Do follow me on social media, all the links are down below, as well as my Patreon group. Like, comment, subscribe, and let's get right into this. So before I start, I just want to wish a happy birthday to one of my patrons and a good friend, Sylvia. Sylvia's birthday is August 27th. Today is 25th, so happy birthday in advance from me and my baby Shanji. Shanji, say happy birthday to Sylvia. So I hope you have a wonderful day and a wonderful celebration. I'll see you in one of your lives or one of my lives. So happy birthday, King. The cat is here, you know why? Because I'm filming late and he wants dinner. Anyway, Shangela's been playful. So, before we start, I just wanted to say, I'm gonna move this away so you can see both eyes. I've been meaning to do this video for a while because this palette, Abh Norvina Volume 5, is very expensive, it's very pricey, and Morphe 39S is very cheap. Especially now that it's not a new palette, it always goes on sale. So I managed to open them both at the same time. So as you can see, they're similar but not the same, of course. Abh is smaller and this one is huge and has a black, but Abh has a white. So there's some advantages. They have some colors that almost on point. Even the glitter looks the same, so which is very interesting. So I'm going to be doing one palette in each eye, and we're going to be comparing the notes. Abh is $60 and Morphe palette is $35. I got it on sale a long time ago. It was like 18, something like that. It goes on sale periodically, and Morphe always has some kind of a 20% off, 30% off discount codes. So you can always get a deal on that one, so it can be extremely cheap. And I would say this is my favorite palette out of Morphe. Like I was just thinking, like, of all the Morphe palettes I tried, it's probably the best in blendability. It's smooth. There's no issues with any of the purples. It's just perfect. I don't know what happened and how they created the perfect palette, but to me it is. It's just beautiful. And so, of course, Abh is Abh, but this is very close call. So look at the eyeballs. One eyeball and the other eyeball. So one of them is Abh and one of them is Morphe. Comment below, let me know which one is which before you start watching, because once I start the tutorial, I'm gonna say which eye is gonna be which palette. 1 and 2. Alright, I hope you got the picture. So let's get right into this tutorial. So while I'm sitting here, I prepared the palettes. I swatched some shades next to each other. The top shade is Abh and the bottom shade is the Morphe palette. While some shades are very different, some of them are similar, not the same but similar. Some of them have like the shimmers. On top is Abh, on the bottom is Morphe, like a couple of them duplicate for it. So I might use some that's closer match, most likely purples like these. Some of them are a little different, but there are a lot of similarities. Even the glitter here and the glitter here, they're very similar. So let's get right into this. I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna use on my eyeballs. So I just showed you some shades. So obviously I painted them so I can look at them from up to down, so it doesn't really work to twist like this, but they're similar. They're not exactly the same, but they're similar. This whole ABH and the other one is Morphe. So I'm gonna use the purples. The purples are here. There's some of them that's brighter and some of them are darker on Morphe, some of them darker on ABH, but I think we can make it work. So ABH has a dark brown, Morphe has a black. So I don't know how I'm gonna go about it because I want to use black, but we shall see. So let's try with brushes, start with brushes similar size. So my left eye is gonna be ABH and my right eye is gonna be Morphe. So Spectrum A12, and this is Morphe Unknown brush, just a pencil brush. So I'm gonna go with, to make it fair, I'm gonna mix the Morphe black with a little bit of Morphe brown to make it less black. So I'm gonna mix it this and maybe a little bit of this brown just to make it a little more like the E5. And one ABH, I'm gonna go with A5 of course. So let's go with A5 and ABH and the left eye on the outer corner. To be fair, this is a very, very dark brown, so this might be a good dupe for black. I mean, there's no substitute for black, of course, but this is as good as it gets. And on this side, I'm gonna dip Morphe black and a little bit of brown, so we can get similar color, hopefully. We're getting black for sure, but other colors are gonna go on top of this, so I'm sure we can arrive at something similar. So I've been thinking about doing this video for a while. Just other ideas came up and I just got busy with other things, but it's always fun. It's always fun to compare palettes and see, do they really match? So next I'm gonna go into B3, the cool tone, and on Morphe I'm just looking more for reference. I'm not removing any of these swatches so you can see what's going on. Morphe, I'm going to this one. So Morphe color is a little darker, but we can make it work. So the brushes are similar in size. This is Spectrum B11 for the ABH, and this is Jessup 231 Luxe Petite. So let's go with the purple B3 right on top of the ABH color. So ABH leans purple, even the one that I called brown still has purple hint to it, like just a little more purple than brown. Of course ABH blends like a dream. This video is just another excuse to play with ABH. And let's go into a Morphe purple shade. Oh, that's very pigmented. This is much darker. There's some shades, Morphe, really stands out. This palette is amazing. And some shades here are so incredibly pigmented, but some shimmers are so lacking here compared to ABH, of course. So we're going to just fluff it out so it's not as dark. I made in a little bit of this light pink. It's a very purplish pink, just like the ABH one, B2. On ABH, I'm gonna go with B2. So I already added a little bit when I was blowing it out. Both of them are very fallouty, if there is such a word. They fall out a lot. I'm just using the same brush. I cleaned it on a towel. So that makes it really pretty pinkish color. And switching back to that Spectrum brush I used, going to B2. So far it kind of looks similar, right? Now as we're getting closer to the inner corner, I'm going to use actually the same brushes. I have the same brushes from two Jessup sets. I should have just used the same brushes from the same Jessup set. Oh well, too late. Anyway, this is 223, I have two of them. So I want to go to the warmer tone next to my nose. So I want to use the E2 here, Morphe color, and a very similar color in Morphe. That's the Morphe colors. It's this one here. So let's do this. So this brush is a little stained, so excuse me. They're stained, but they're clean. It's a weird angle because my mirror is on this side, so I'm not used to facing this way. And I don't like my left side, that's why I never see it. So now I'm forced to kind of go sideways. In the Morphe side. Oh, by the way, I'm crazy and I'm using concealer. I'm using the pot concealer at the Catrice. Because like I always say in my videos, my eyelids are dry. I have very dry lids because of hormones and stuff. So for me, concealer works better than primer actually. That's very similar. Morphe is a little more bright and berry-like. And ABH a little more muted. But once it's blended out, it should look fairly similar. We're going to highlight the brow bone. So this is ABH, lightest color, and these are two Morphes. So I'm not sure which one matches. Let's see. None of them really match, and of course, Morphe pales as swatches go next to ABH. Obviously, it's not as, extreme, but it's all about building up. You can build up Morphe. So I might try the one in the middle, the big pan. So let's use this. I'm going for the fabulous ABH first. That's gonna be brow highlight. Watch that. Ooh, oh my god, that's stunning. So I blended it out with the pink from ABH. Now I'm going for the Morphe. So let's go for that middle color, and we shall see. It is pretty impressive, actually. Sometimes swatches don't tell you the real picture until you put it on. Huh. Looks just like it, actually. Interesting. Morphe just swatches like poop. Of course, I'm not gonna use this one because this is like insane liquid metal, and there is no shade in Morphe palette that can match this. Literally, they just don't have that color and they don't have that payoff. It's like impossible. They're good contenders for this one, the dark blue. I just wanted the lighter color, but the dark blue and the dark blue in the corner of Morphe, like they're very similar. So this one, yes, I'm dropping things off my table if you heard something. So these two are very similar, but I want something lighter, so I want to go with grays. I wish I could use this gray because this silver Morphe is beautiful, but the silver here in ABH is different. See, ABH is more of a lighter, and Morphe has a similar shade here as well. So I might just go to the Morphe, the one that's a very corner, very outer corner. So we're going with this color all the way in the corner, although I prefer this, but there's no match in ABH. Actually, that Morphe shade is like bam. So we're gonna match it with this C2, and I'm gonna use the same exact brushes. These are not actually flat brushes for this application. It's a cream shader, but they're real good. They're very sharp and precise, so it's easy to do this kind of thing. So I'm gonna go with C2 first. I put Louise base on. I'm gonna get this kind of grayish main lid. ABH is so beautiful, just like butter. And this is Morphe. Yeah, Morphe doesn't have the same reflect, definitely. I might add a little bit of that silver in there. Silver really makes it stand out. The same with ABH. I'm going with browns and the second color, the medium purple. So just to try another color for the bottom lash line, I'm going to blend this shimmery black, and it's like an off black, I would say. And D3, it's a very similar color. So D3, and this is the Morphe. Yeah, the Morphe is more gray, and the other one is more purple, of course. But I bet they're gonna read on the eyelid similarly. I do have these two gesso brushes. Both of them is 234. So Elf is gonna be for the Morphe palette, and Lavish brush is gonna be for the ABH. And then I'm gonna switch to lighter color with these two. So I'm gonna go with ABH first. That shimmery goodness. A primer on a low eyelid as well. Ah, oh, that's so beautiful. Look at that. The pigmentation, people. The only thing I wish the ABH had a black is way too many browns in there, completely unnecessary. And I wish that Morphe had a matte white. If they swap those ideas, they both would have been perfect palettes. So that's for now. And then I'm probably gonna add the other color. I'm gonna go back to that medium purple immediately. Yeah, this is very similar, very, very pigmented. That's Morphe. Morphe reads more black, of course, but we're gonna add that purple color, and it's all gonna look the same. So I have another one of these gesso brushes, so we're gonna go to the purple and Morphe. That purple. Morphe is slightly darker, both of colors. So I'm gonna add a little bit of pink on top of that. Okay, I think we are ready for the rest of the makeup. I put some black gel liner in the waterline and overlined it with purple, Vivid, from LA Girl, both the same thing. And I used ABH eyeliner for both eyes. The blendability is actually very similar to, I wouldn't say Morphe performs exactly like ABH, but it blends very well. This is in particular a very good palette, this Morphe 39S. So I would say it's easy to match because it just blends so easily. So let me finish the makeup and blend it some more, and I'll be back with the finished look, and we can sit here and be judgy. So here we are at the end. I added Barry M High Vis liquid eyeliner just to give it a little sharp line, same thing on each side. So there we have it. ABH and Morphe. I mean, from where I'm looking, they look almost identical. Some of the Morphe colors slightly warmer or slightly cooler, but overall, even the black, I mean, you can see that the black is a little blacker because I mixed black with brown, but it was still standing out. Morphe black is really good in this palette, and there is no black in ABH, so it was like the dark mauve kind of a brownish color, so the eyeliner makes up for it, but still it's slightly blacker. But other than that, it's very similar. The shimmer is more shimmery on the side. Of course, ABH stands out. In the inner corner, you can especially see this. The ABH lighter shimmer, it's almost like metallic, very, very bright and shiny. Morphe, I used spray with it. I used a little bit of primer water, and it came out more bright and pigmented, but not as metallic. So you see metallic is more, and here is less, like less metallic. So what do you guys think? So for the lipstick, I used just a matte light lipstick. You could use any of this. This is pretty much a combination of eyeshadows from ABH. I used the pink and the purple, these two light colors, and I put lip gloss over them. It just created the same kind of color combination. I just wanted this to look similar to the eye color, that's why, you know, never mind the lips. But overall, the eye color is similar, so it's not the same exact dupe, of course. So if you can't afford the ABH palette, Morphe, struggling. Morphe is a good substitute. It's not the same, but you can achieve the same kind of effect. The metallics, of course, they're incredible. There is no substitute for them. The only metallic here that is nearly as good is the silver, and maybe this one, but not the same. I mean, we're not trying to say that they're the same. We're just trying to say that you can achieve the same color look. The ultimate test. My husband is back home. Perfect. So look, John, one is cheap, one is expensive. Do you know which one is which?
Bottom one's expensive.
No, see, he has no idea. So this is Morphe, this is cheap, and the top is ABH, is very expensive. So which eye is done with which palette? Pay attention to me, not the cat. Which eye is which palette? Take a guess.
They look the same.
I know, exactly, that's the point. Take a guess.
Left one's expensive.
This one is expensive?
Yes.
Oh, Queen has said the last word. Well, my husband guessed it correctly, although he could not figure out which one of them is expensive. He said that this one is cheap. Ah! Shade. Shade. My husband thinks that ABH looks cheap. Anyway, with all jokes aside, Morphe is a great substitute. It's not the same, but you get the point. You get a purple look and it blends like a dream, literally. So, let me know what you guys think. Have you tried this? And what do you think about the comparison? I think they're very similar, not of course the same, but it's a great substitute. So if you don't have Morphe 39S and if you see it on sale, I would highly recommend it. It's probably my favorite palette from Morphe, like ever. I think the quality is outstanding. So like this video if you guys enjoyed it, give this video a thumbs up and comment below, let me know what you think. Do subscribe to my channel please if you haven't yet. I upload 3 times a week on Mondays, Wednesdays and Fridays, and also go live every Monday. Do ring notification bell so you get notified of all the new stuff I upload. Follow me on social media. I'm on TikTok now, believe it or not. TikTok, Instagram, all of this good stuff. So all the links are down below. Huge thank you to all my patrons. Thank you guys for being here for me and supporting me. I have a Patreon group. The link is also down in the description box. So thank you all for watching and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!